So this week's race is finally good. That's why I'm playing it. Currently sitting in 4th place. Not going to show you 4th place right now, but I'm going to show you a decent strategy. Pretty good race because it doesn't have Wallfire, Super Maelstrom, Gwendolyn. It's also a really long one, up to 93, which makes the ending really interesting. You'll see in a bit, but let's start. So here's the bad strategy. Let's start with the 302, send all the way up to 44. Get a 402 boomerang. Wait for it, got it. And then get Ben next. Ben for the cash. And then we're gonna outbuff this boomerang. In the process, we're gonna send out round 49. We're gonna wait for the 400 alchemist. We're gonna get another boomerang. We're gonna use Ben's ability to get more money faster. Get 2 of those. Send up to 50 in the process. And then for the camos, we're gonna get some D-camo Bloon Jitsus, so that our boomerangs can hit them. 2 of them, to be exact. And now, we need to make some cash. Merchantmen, 2 of them. We're gonna wait for 1 flavor trades. And then we're gonna unleash. All the way up to 78. This is the round that's long, so that's why you want to stop there. And I think we have enough to sell for Glaive Lord. Glaive Lord is the key of this race. Got it? Barely. Glaive Lord will be everything and everything. So now we just make money. Flavor trades. We're gonna drop 3 of them. And how are we gonna clean up? This part's gonna be the interesting part. So I'm gonna drop some concoctions. They are very good for the ZMGs here. Again, keep in mind this is the slow strategy. I'm gonna wait for these mobs to die. Get an Arctic Winch just in case. After they die, I'm gonna go up to 89 here, 89. Gonna get an Overclock. Gonna get a Sabo. It's gonna be Grand Sabo later, when I have the money to. I'm also gonna get ready to get an Apache. Apache Prime, guys. We're gonna Overclock Apache Prime. Not yet. I'm gonna send up to all the rounds now. Siphon, Overclock, Glaive Lord, sell Overclock, get Grand Sabo, use Grand Sabo, get back Overclock, because I want to Overclock Apache. But of course, I don't have Apache just yet, or rather Apache Prime. So that'll come really soon. Wait for it. Yeah, this is pretty hectic, by the way, so I can't explain everything I'm doing at once, but I'm gonna try my best. And I think now, after Grand Sabo runs out, we're going to go for, Pirate Lords. I'm gonna sell this. Actually, screw it, I'm gonna sell that too. No need to wait. Waiting is too slow. I'm gonna Pirate Load a few times. 1, 2, 3 times. And then we're gonna sell it. We're gonna get Apache Prime. We're gonna Overclock it. And then we're gonna try to Pirate Load the rest in. Come on. Can I afford it? No, let me sell concoctions. Pirate Lord. Pirate Lord, and then 1 more Pirate Lord. And there it is, sub 3 minutes. Just like that. The bad strategy. Although good enough for top 1%. So that's the bad strategy. Now for the decent strategy. I'm gonna try to aim for a 230 right now. Let's go again. Up to 44. We're gonna go for the same thing, basically. Alchemist. Instead of going for 400 Alchemist, I'm gonna go for, Boomerang. And then wait for Ben's ability. Use it. Send up to 49. You got 2 Ben ability Boomerangs. Good. And then we do basically the same thing. 55. 58. Gonna be a little greedy. Go for a Merchantman before getting 2 Jitsus. We'll get 2 Jitsus now. Good. And wait a few seconds, and let's go all the way. 78. Well, 79. Accident. But should be fine. Let's use Ben ability. And I think we can afford everything now. Yeah, let's go for it. Yep, easily. 10k over the limit. We're gonna do the same thing. Also get flavor trades, a lot of them. But here's what we're gonna do differently. We're gonna spam the shit out of concoctions. So I got 3 last time. First run. This time I'm gonna go for 5. The more cocks, the better. 1, 2, 3. There's 5. Wait for all these mobs here, and then 89. Overclock. Grand Sabo. So again, same thing over there. Wait a few seconds, send all the rounds out. Overclock the Glaive Lord. Glaive Lord. Get Apache. Get back. And Overclock. Good. Gonna siphon that. Gonna... Oh, I didn't get Grand Sabo. Okay, hold on, I messed up. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna de-camo DDTs with foam. Because it works, if I recall. But I messed up. So take this with a grain of salt. Shit. Sabo's off. Power Lord? Quickly. We need to start power loading now. Luckily, we beat all DDTs still, so thank God for that. Overclock, Patchy Prime, sell this. I can probably sell these 2 NGs now. Go for more Power Lords. Oh, we beat all of them already. And now we just wait. 235. Not quite 230, but... and very messy. But you get the point. And now time for an even better strategy. This, I think, is a 210 run, which was a few seconds off my best time, which you'll see after this one. So what exactly has changed to save us 25 seconds? Well, you'll see here that all the towers we get in the early game are pretty much the same, except we're actually changing the order of when we get certain towers. So you see Merchantman 3rd, after the Alchemist. Going a little greedy there, and that actually helps us get, well, all our towers a little bit earlier. And that allows us to send round 78 just after 35 seconds. Going super aggressive here. And yeah, we just wait till we have enough cash, and sell everything for the Glaive Lord. Which we just barely afforded a time. Any later getting the Glaive Lord, and those balloons would have went right by the Glaive Lord. But yeah, after that, the usual. Flavor trades, concoctions. But before I get all 5 concoctions, I quickly get up Ice, Arctic Wind, and Downdraft. All while sending up to round 89 in the process. This part was actually really important to saving a lot of time. Because round 83 is a pretty long round, almost as long as 78. So if you don't send it that early, well then your best time isn't going to be very good. And so that's why we need to add the extra downdraft in. So yeah, a lot of shit going on right now. I actually didn't opt to go for a ISAB with this run. Instead I tried Spike Storm, which is actually pretty much the same thing as a Sabo. At least serves the same purpose. You use Spike Storm to take care of DDTs, much like the Sabo. And yeah, Power Lord, hook it in, sell. Power Lord, hook it in, sell. Just keep on going back and forth like usual until there's no more ZMGs. Also, one more thing to note, I did use Siphon in between, which is also very important because it turns some ZMGs into BFBs if you time properly. And yeah, unfortunately the ending of this wasn't super clean, because you'll notice after we pull in all the ZMGs, we have a shit ton of random balloons on the screen. A lot of random crap on the screen that we gotta clean up that takes up a lot of time. And so that leads us to a 210. Pretty good, but at this point, I wasn't satisfied. So now we're gonna go on to the even better run. This run I don't think was necessarily my best time, but it was pretty close to it. And it's actually quite a bit different than all the previous runs. And exactly how different is it? Well, you'll see in this early game here. After we go for that boat, we get even greedier. We go for 2 003 boats before we get any ninjas. Actually, before we get the first ninja, we actually go for a second boomerang. But this time, boomerang's gonna be on the bottom side. This is the one that's gonna turn to Glaive Lord. And yeah, only after we get the second 402 boomer, we start going for a ninja, but only one ninja. This time, this 420 ninja is under the influence of Alchemist, meaning you don't actually have to get 2 ninjas. So all that combined means we end up sending 78 way earlier than usual. But how exactly do we survive if we send it that early? Well, you'll see there's a lot of little extra things I do in between. Like CU's invincibility there and dropping a balloon trap, and then quickly selling it. Note that the sell price is increased because we have 2 flavor traits, so in that case, I thought it was worth it to go for it. And yeah, we sell everything, get the Glaive Lord, yet again barely. And the only reason we survived this time is because the Glaive Lord is in that spot. Because of course, if it was on the top side, all those balloons in the front would leak. And so yeah, after that, same thing again. But there's one downside to this placement that makes it a lot harder to execute than the original placement. Because like, not only do we have to do an extra action, you know, relocate the Glaive Lord, we're gonna do that afterwards just to make the ending similar. So we'd have to change the strategy that much. But yeah, even adding that extra step changes a lot of things. A lot of dynamics. Don't know if I want to go too into it, but basically, I get money a lot slower doing this. So that means, of course, I get my concoctions later, I get my overclock later for the Apache Prime, which I do get this run. And yeah, basically everything's delayed. So now I'm frantically getting a Power Lord, trying to scrounge the money for it. Money's really tight here. Oh, and also, I forgot to mention this run, we don't use any Sabos, nor do we use Spike Storm, we just rely on the overclock Glaive Lord to beat all DTs, and surprisingly it does. Thank God for that. And yeah, sometime between buying and reselling our Power Lord, we quickly upgrade our Apache to Apache Prime. Helps clean up the leftovers earlier. And that's about it. We clean up the rest, and that ends up giving us a 2:08 time. Best time 2:07. And again, you saw there, it took us quite a bit of time to clean up everything. The ceramics, the MOABs left over. So if I found a way to clean it up perfectly, then yeah, that would have been an easy PB. But of course that's a lot easier said than done, because I can't tell you how many times I tried this race and failed that many times to clean up perfectly. Like you've seen these other runs that the ending turns out to be the exact same. Finished power loading everything, but not able to finish until a few seconds after. So yeah, in the end I think that 2:07 best time gave us 7th place overall. Not bad, but definitely could do a lot better. Overall, fun race, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, would appreciate it a lot. And yeah, hopefully next week's race, or just future ones in general, are as fun as this, because you'll definitely be seeing them if that's the case. Again, thanks for watching. Your support means a lot, especially since I'm struggling with some in real life problems right now. Again, don't want to get too into it, but just let you know I appreciate it. See you guys next video.